I literally thought the walk was over. Day 8 of the Southwest Coastal Path walk for cancer, and I'm not where I should be or where you think I am. I'm here, Portreath, and today I'm walking I'm walking as far as I can. Hopefully to Hayle, maybe to St Ives, but if I get up this hill I'll be really happy with that. Let me explain. Day 7. I was going really well, it was a really good day, I felt really strong in the morning. But the day before I did injure myself. I injured my knee walking about 20-ish miles along road, flat road, and my leg just hurt, so I rested. Day 7 came, felt really strong, super strong in the morning, like I do today. I walked for about a mile and then my knee started hurting again. That got me to sort of the sand spit at Westwood Hoe, and then it started going downhill from there really. I was walking into Westwood Hoe and I was walking on the dunes and that was really starting to hurt, so I started walking on the beach, got into Westwood Hoe, started to rain. So I put the GoPro away at that point and went into Tesco, got some food because it was going to be a long trip ahead, and then I decided that I was just going to go to the closest campsite, have a rest day, because my leg was really hurting. My leg really started to hurt and I was going to go have a rest day, and I was just walking to the campsite and it was only a couple of miles or so, and I got to a couple of hills and my leg really started to hurt. Morning. My leg really started to hurt, and eventually I couldn't even walk up or down hills. It was just screaming at me, and I was using my walking pole to sort of stab into the ground and pull me up the hill. I made it to the campsite, but along the way I sort of spoke to my wife, and you know, she rightly said that I should probably come home and rest. So one of my amazing friends came and picked me up from the campsite, and I've been home now for about 3 or 4 days, and basically resting. Yesterday I went to the physiotherapist. I went to the doctors. They weren't any good. They were useless. So I paid to go to my physiotherapist, and he is an incredible person and great at his job, and he manoeuvred me around and really settled my mind that the pain that I was experiencing is going to go away. And it's basically what's happened is that I was suffering with a little problem anyway with a trapped nerve in my foot before all of this, and that happened during training, and what's happened is that same nerve is getting trapped in my knee now, and also a little bit in my hip, so I'm really putting a lot of pressure on that nerve. So I've got a load of stretches to do, loads of squats to do and stuff like that. We're in a style, and essentially he maneuvered me around enough that I think that I can walk today, so I'm going to see how far I can go basically. Today he also recommended that I wear a different pair of shoes for today as well. The shoes that I'm most comfortable in, which is my Vivo barefoot shoes. I've been wearing these for years and years now, and they're just going to give me like a slightly different way of walking, because it was that repetitive motion of the tarmac and the repetitive impact, I think, that really messed my knee up. I'm really mad that I injured myself on the easiest part of the whole Southwest Coastal Path, but it was just, you know, incredibly laborious. So yeah, today we're walking from Portreath. I live really close to Portreath, can park here for free. I can go to Hayle and get the train back home, or I could go to St Ives and get the train back home, and then I just got to figure out how to get my car at another time. So enjoy a little bit of Cornwall, because in no time I'll be back in North Devon smashing the big hills. Oh, it's also worth saying that where I was coming up to in North Devon, it's like one of the hardest sections. So I decided that going straight back to the hardest section that's relatively remote was not a good idea. So yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of Cornwall, check in on the knee. Hopefully in a couple of miles time I'll be feeling fantastic and I can get back up to North Devon and figure out a plan on how to do that. While I was back home, I've also purchased a new rucksack. The eagle-eyed among you will notice this. My old rucksack was about 1.7 kilos, and this one's 1.3. And I've learned every gram matters on this trip, especially for a really little guy like me. I only weigh like 65 kilos. So every little bit of weight saving really helps. So I'm just trying this backpack out today. Really nice, brand new to Decathlon. It's their 4-class series. And they've got these brand new ultralight Decathlon backpacks. So give this a ride, see if it's comfy enough for a day's hiking. I've only sort of half loaded it today. But it feels really comfy right now. Full of water for the walk ahead. I'll check in with you later. This hill is starting to creep up on me a little bit. I've walked this part of the path so many times and I've never seen horses here before. But there's horses and look how close they are to the cliff. That's pretty crazy. But the cliff is just there. Hey guys. Pretty cool. Tiny horses. Yeah, so I've walked this part of the path many times. I know exactly what I'm getting into here. It's actually probably one of the only parts of the Southwest Coastal Path I've walked. I've walked like little segments of the path, basically for photography purposes, to scout some like really, good locations. But it's not really to walk the path, it was just to get to somewhere where I thought there'd be a good landscape. And I wasn't really thinking about walking the path at the time. But this bit I've walked a lot. I know exactly what's going to happen. I've got a couple of ups and downs. I've got a little bit of a flat bit, a few more ups and downs to Portreath. Then I can either take the beach to Hayle, or, which I'm going to do today, because I took the beach to Hayle before. I think I'm going to go through the sand dunes today and yeah, go through the sand dunes. I did go through there once on my mountain bike, which was interesting and really difficult, and it got covered in sand. I also completely lost the coastal path, but I think that's because I was having a lot of fun going down the sand dunes. So yeah, I think I'll hit the sand dunes today. If my knee holds up, it's feeling pretty good right now. My other knee's got a little bit of a twinge, but we'll worry about that later. We'll walk that one off. We've walked off a lot of injuries so far. Yeah. Cornwall's beautiful as well, look. Wow. So about a 20-minute walk out of Portreath, you come to this amazing view. I love this little spot here. So this is North Cliffs, and we go down a path into this valley, and we come up the other side, then we go down again, then we come up again. And when I was training, I thought, oh God, this is really hard. I imagine most of the coastal path to be like this, but really, this isn't hard at all. That's why I'm laughing so much. This is probably one of the easiest bits, so yeah, I'm well up for doing this little section. So much so in training, I mean, I would like run up and down these bits, so yeah. So yeah, we go up along there, we go along North Cliffs, all the way along North Cliffs, and you got Thru-Hike lighthouse right in the background over there, and then onwards to Hayle, and you can just see St. Ives in the background. So it's I think it's about 9 miles to Hayle. I think it's about 15 miles to St. Ives, so we'll see how we do today. But I'm excited to be here. The Vivos seem to be helping quite a lot because they don't have much of a sole on the bottom of them. They're making my foot and knee and leg and everything do weird things. So it's not the continuous repetitive movements that it was before. So 20 minutes in, knees holding up really good. Feels like new. I'm really excited about that because I literally thought the walk was over and I wouldn't be able to go on. The pain was just so intense. I've never felt pain like that before. I thought something had seriously broken in my leg. But trapped nerves do that to you, apparently. If you've ever had a weaver fish sting, you might know the sort of pain that you can experience from something that actually isn't doing you any damage. It gives you an idea of that these sort of pains can happen, and with a little bit of rest, a lot of ice, compressed it, elevated it for a few days, went to the physio sort of like manipulated it, cracked stuff, electrocuted me, used the massage gun on me, and yeah, we have a much better knee because of it. And I've got a load of exercises that he's given me to do, and I take them really seriously. And last time he gave me them, I took it really seriously and it helped really quick, and I haven't really had a problem since. This time he's giving me exercises and yeah, I'm listening to him. He said, one of the things he told me is that every sort of hour, every time I take a break, I just go into a full squat as if I'm doing a wild poo, and just sit there for a couple of minutes, because that like really strains all your muscles, because walking isn't like a massively strenuous movement. So if you can strain all your muscles every now and then, it sort of resets them. Pretty much finished walking along North Cliffs now, and we're heading over to Thru-Hike. So we just head along this headland, round the corner, get to Thru-Hike, and we can go see some seals. So I'll point out where you can see seals along this bit of the coastal path, but with the GoPro you won't be able to actually see them. I've never not seen seals there. However, I have heard of people not seeing seals there, so they're not 100% guaranteed, but very, very likely. And you have to be pretty careful. You have to be pretty quiet near them as well, because you don't want to spook the seals. So let's head over that way now. You're walking along the coastal path, basically the seals are here, and where is here? So we've got Thru-Hike down there, the car park down there. There's actually a path that comes up the hill, and if you come up the hill you can look down this cliff here and you should see seals. Now if you don't see any seals and you want to see them a little bit more up close, because they're pretty far away here, is go up to the seal sanctuary in Gweek. They rescue and help seals, so you can go and see them much closer there, and just be aware, the seals here are sleeping, and kind of be pretty quiet up here on the cliff. So just looking down there today, can't see any seals. There is, there's 2 seals down there. Dreevy Lighthouse is just there, and then today we're going to walk down around the corner, all the way along the sand dunes into Hayle, which is down there, and then if I've got time, energy, no pain, maybe I'll walk across over to St Ives, which is lovely that you can see today. And there's not really any surf today, but there's loads of surfers in a good Dreevy. Wow, it's pretty impressed with how many surfers there are. Now entering Withian Towers, which is the sand dunes on the way to Hayle, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna get lost in them. They're endless, and I've never been able to navigate them yet properly, I guess. So I mean, we'll try our best, but we're going to Hayle and it's a straight shoot, so I'll just take whatever paths come up. But I found a sign, and I can see another sign as well, so maybe they've marked it out with signs that you can see from the other signs. So I've never noticed that before. We'll see in a minute. The knee's holding up really good though. I've actually not any knee pain, but I've been doing kind of weird stuff like walking sideways and stuff like that to help do different stuff on the leg rather than repetitive motions. So my right calf actually hurts quite a lot, so that's probably a bit connected to the knee pain. So I'll give that a stretch later on. Yeah, but feeling pretty good. How many miles have I done? I've done 7.5 miles on it, so that's way better than I managed on Saturday. Right, so we're at this other marker, and you'll see what my problem is now. So here's the marker behind me. I don't know where to go. There's definitely a path here somewhere that leads onwards to the coastal path, but I don't know which path it is. So I'll just take the easiest route, I guess. This made me laugh. Here lies the Southwest Coastal Path marker. I only found that because I nearly stepped on it. I guess it's straight on then. It's actually really easy to follow the path through the Towns. Surprisingly easy. There's loads of these little way markers and the path's pretty bashed out. There's just like a lot of paths everywhere. It's worth saying, like, if you're in sand dunes, then don't just walk anywhere. There's this grass called marram grass, I think, and it's got really, really tiny roots on it and doesn't like being stepped on, and it basically holds the whole sandbank stable. Without the grass, the wind and the weather would just blow the sand further and further inland, whereas this grass sort of stabilizes the sand dunes. But it's really weak, so try and stay on established paths, preferably the Southwest Coastal Path. There are a few little rat runs through here though, if you need to sort of escape the sand dunes. You kind of end up feeling like you've been here for ages. I thought Saunton Sands, Saunton Burrows would be very much like this, up and down sand dunes, but it really wasn't. It was really flat. So I'm quite enjoying the up and down of these dunes. Alright, made it to pretty much Hayle. St Ives is just over there, but I think I'm going to do that another day. My knee's starting to play up, get a little bit painful now, so I'm going to head into Hayle and see if I can get back to Portreath via a bus, which apparently is like, doesn't exist, a bus up the coast, which is really weird if you ask me. In the guide it says that it runs during the summer, and we're in the summer right now, so it's kind of weird. So I'm going to see if it does exist, but likelihood is that I'll have to walk to the train station and get the train back to Camborne, and then walk home, and then figure out how to get my car. Yeah, it's really frustrating. Let's go see if there's a bus to Portreath. Because in Devon and Somerset, there's always been buses up and down the coast, so it's kind of weird that that doesn't happen in Cornwall, but yeah, Cornwall's a little bit weird for public transport. It's pretty terrible. If you've made it this far, hit like, subscribe and ring that bell. You won't want to miss what's coming up. The terrain gets tougher, the sun gets hotter, and let's just say things don't exactly go to plan. Fundraising links for cancer research and Macmillan Cancer Support are below. Your support means everything. Tune in next time to see how I handle one of the wildest stretches yet.